What if every top 3 pick in the NBA draft retired from the league? That's right, every player who was a top 3 draft pick is gone from the league. Here is the list of players that have retired, and all of these players were top 3 draft picks. You got LeBron James, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Blake Griffin, Melo, Anthony Davis, John Wall, Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, Embiid, Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Ben Simmons, Andrew Bogut, Brandon Ingram, Okafor. So this pretty much killed the Sixers, the Timberwolves, and the Lakers pretty much, and the Knicks. But yeah, here's a look at every roster so far. The Sixers pretty much lost all of their best players, Ben Simmons, Embiid, and Okafor. Not that Okafor was really good, but he's gone. The Bucks still have Giannis. He was the 15th pick in the draft. Bulls still have Jimmy Butler, who was a low 30 in the draft. Cavaliers lost LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Celtics lost Al Horford. Clippers lost Blake Griffin. Grizzlies still have Marc Gasol and Mike Conley. Hawks lost Dwight Howard. The Heat still have their core. Hornets lost Kid Gilchrist and Marvin Williams. I don't know how those players were top 3 picks, but moving on. Utah Jazz still have their core together. Kings still have their core together. The Knicks lost Melo and Derrick Rose. Luckily, Porzingis was the 4th pick in the draft, so he's lucky there. So Porzingis is going to be leading the Knicks, and I'm expecting to see monster numbers from him. Lakers lost D'Angelo Russell. Magic still have their core. Mavericks still have their core. Nets still have their core. Nuggets. Pacers, Paul George with the 10th pick. Pelicans, they lost Anthony Davis, but they still have DeMarcus Cousins, who was the 5th pick in the 2010 draft. Pistons have Drummond. Raptors still have their core. Rockets, of course, lost James Harden. Spurs lost LaMarcus Aldridge and Pau Gasol, and they still have Kawhi Leonard, who was a 15th pick in the draft. Really low for him. He could have been 1st in his draft class if you look back at it. Suns still have their core. Thunder lost Victor Oladipo, but they still have Russell Westbrook, who was the 4th pick in the draft, so he's lucky there. Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins, gone. Also Chris Dunn. So basically all their young talent is gone. Trailblazers still have their core together. The Warriors lost Kevin Durant, but that's about it. So now this is like the old look Warriors from like 2015, except, you know, without Bogut, and, you know, they got some new additions. And the Wizards pretty much just lost 3 of their starters, John Wall, Bradley Beal, and Otto Porter. So that sucks for them. So that's pretty much all the rosters. And looking at all the rosters, I want you to comment down below who you think is going to win the NBA championship. Alright, and here's a look at some of the best players still in the NBA who weren't top 3 picks. You got Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard at the top, followed by Steph Curry, DeMarcus Cousins, Isaiah Thomas, Chris Paul, Giannis, Marc Gasol, Damian Lillard, DeRozan, Jimmy Butler, Klay Thompson, Kyle Lowry, and Gordon Hayward, Paul George, and so on. And looking at these players, now I want you to comment down who you think is going to win the MVP award. Thank you, LeBron James and SC, for subscribing. And yeah, my pick to win the MVP award is, of course, Russell Westbrook. I mean, he's just going to go crazy. I mean, he lost Victor Oladipo, and thank you, LeBron James and SC, again for loving my videos and subscribing. But yeah, it could be between Leonard and Westbrook, who knows, but my pick is Russell Westbrook. And my pick to win the NBA championship is still the Golden State Warriors. So let's simulate to the end of the season and see what goes down. Alright, here we go. One more game to simulate until we find out who wins the MVP award. And the MVP is Russell Westbrook, of course. Insane numbers. 26.5 points, 11.5 rebounds, along with 11.5 assists, 2.7 steals, 0.6 blocks. Rookie of the Year is Dario Saric. Tyreek Evans, 6-man. Hassan Whiteside, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved Player, Steven Adams. Wow. Never seen him get an award. And Fred Hoiberg is your Coach of the Year. Or I guess the Bulls didn't really lose anybody, so. All NBA first team, you got Westbrook, Lillard, Kawhi Leonard, Giannis, and DeMarcus Cousins. Pretty much the 5 best players in the NBA. Second team, Chris Paul, DeRozan, Kevin Love, Paul George, and Hassan Whiteside. Third team, you got Mike Conley, CJ McCollum, Rudy Gay, Nicholas Batum, averaging 16, 7, and 5 on the season. All around numbers for him, along with Andre Drummond. All defensive first team, Jimmy Butler, Westbrook, Leonard, Paul Millsap, and Whiteside. Defensive second team, Paul, Wade, Ibaka, Draymond Green, and Andre Drummond. So let's take a look at the standings, and the Grizzlies are the first seed in the Western Conference with the lineup of Mike Conley. Yeah, they didn't really lose anybody. I don't think they lost anybody at all. So they still have their core together. And the Warriors are second seeded with the loss of Kevin Durant. They got the Thunder with the third seed, Westbrook, and most improved player, Steven Adams, carrying the way. Even though they lost Victor Oladipo, it didn't really matter. How's Abrinas doing? Abrinas, double-digit scoring. McDermott, almost double-digit scoring. And Taj Gibson, 13 and 8.7 for him. I like that. And you got the Spurs tied for 4th. They lost both their front court, so in LaMarcus Aldridge and Pau Gasol, so that's a tough loss for them. But hey, they're still the 4th seeded. You got the Trailblazers pretty much keeping their core together, losing Evan Turner. Clippers losing Blake Griffin, are 6th seeded. Then you got the Rockets losing James Harden, still making the playoffs, and the Denver Nuggets sneak by to make it to the 8th seed. As for the East, you got the Bulls with Fred Hoiberg keeping his core together. Pacers with Paul George didn't really lose anybody. Got the Raptors, the Bucks, the Cavs making the playoffs with the loss of Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. How's Kevin Love doing? Kevin Love, 24.5 points, 11.5 rebounds. Those are big boy numbers for him. Almost his career high in scoring. That's his 3rd best in scoring. You got the Pistons, the Celtics, and the Hawks. Let's see the league leaders in scoring. You got Steph Curry leading the league in scoring, followed by DeMarcus Cousins, Lillard, Leonard, McCollum, Thomas, DeRozan, Westbrook, Giannis, and Paul George. Pretty much the top 10 players. But then you got Zach LaVine at number 11. Good for him. He should have won most improved, honestly. Those are big numbers. Alright, so here is the playoff bracket. My prediction, the Warriors are facing the 7th seeded Rockets in the first round. Should be an easy one. Simulate current round, I'm expecting a sweep. It wasn't a sweep, but they do win in 6. It was actually tied at 2-2. And the Thunder get eliminated by the Clippers. The Spurs sneak by the Blazers. Every game was at least 6 games. As for the East, you got the Bulls beating the Hawks. Cavs sneaking by Giannis and the Bucks, who lost Jabari Parker. Then you got Toronto beating Detroit, and Boston beating the Pacers in 5. Now you got the Warriors versus the Clippers in the second round, and they lose in 6 games, setting up a Memphis Grizzlies versus Clippers Western Conference Finals. And the Cavs beat the 1-seeded Bulls, setting up a Raptors-Cavs Eastern Conference Finals. The Cavs lost Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Darren Williams, and Andrew Bogut off the bench, but they didn't really impact the game. But props to the Cavaliers, 5th seed in the East, making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So now let's see who is gonna make the finals. It's a Cavs versus Clippers NBA Finals. Who would have expected the Cavs to make it this far, losing their 2 best players? Props to them, bro. And also props to the Clippers, who lost Blake Griffin, but it seemed to create more problems for them, Blake Griffin, then. Because finally the curse is over. They made the NBA Finals. They made the conference finals. And I guess Blake Griffin was the one that was cursed, not the Clippers. So here we go, NBA Finals. Oh my gosh, how? The Cavs win the NBA championship. Look at this, Kevin Love carried this team. He wins the Finals MVP award. 27.5, 12.7 boards. Kevin Love in Game 6, 25 and 10. Chris Paul had a triple-double in Game 6, but they end up losing by 22. Honestly, who would have guessed the Cavs to win NBA championship? They lost the most, but in the end they do win. And if your prediction was the Cavs to win NBA championship and Russell Westbrook to win an MVP award, you got 2 out of 2 right. Congratulations to you. Let me know in the comments if you got your prediction right. My prediction got eliminated in the second round. I love your vids. I will play with you. Thank you, SSG Vizio. Let's take a look at the leading scorers in the playoffs. You got Curry with 32 a game. Then you got Lillard and McCollum, each with 30, approximately 30. This is a high-scoring duo. My goodness. Then you got Giannis, 28 and 12. Then you got DeRozan, Kawhi Leonard, Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, Kevin Love, and Jimmy Butler. Westbrook in the playoffs almost had a triple-double, but he was eliminated in the first round by the Clippers. Alright, so there you guys have it. This is what would happen if every top 3 draft pick retired. The Cavs would still end up winning the NBA championship somehow, losing LeBron and Kyrie. This makes no sense. 2K, fix your stuff. But you know what? I'm not really mad. Props to the Cavs for winning it. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes, guys. And with that being said, be sure to leave a comment, subscribe, and like the video. I said it in the wrong order, but it doesn't matter. And I'm out.